get started with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, good morning, everyone. It is March 20th. Welcome to the Shawnee County Board of County Commissioners. I'm Aaron Mays. I represent District 3, currently serving as chairman. On my left is Commissioner Bill Rippon, representing District 1. Commissioner Kevin Cook's not with us today. We've got our county councilor, Jonathan Berzon, at the end, and Chris Otto, representing the clerk's office down at the other end. So let's go ahead and get started. First item, please.
Item 3, consent agenda.
We've got several items on the consent agenda today. I would move for approval if there's no questions.
I'll second.
All right, motion by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Rippon. Those in favor say aye. Opposed, motion passes 3-0. Next item, please.
Item 4, new business. A, county clerk. Number 1, consider all voucher payments.
All right, total vouchers for this week, $4,788,369.15. Significant payments include KBS Contractors, Inc. For $523,439.07. This is for a state grant-funded portion of the Department of Corrections Mental Health Facility addition. We have $712,231.11 to King Construction, Inc. for road improvements at Southwest Auburn Road from Southwest 29th to K4 Highway. $172,934.75 to Consolidated Rural Water District Number 1 for water line relocates for road improvement project mentioned prior. $98,037.05 to King Construction for bridge project on Northwest 35th Street over tributary to Soldier Creek. And $324,429.55 under infrastructure to Cine and Company for the courthouse renovations. This project is 96.75% complete. Sounds like we're just down to the punch list. So if there's no questions or comments, I would move for approval of the vouchers.
All right, then I would second. So we have a motion by Commissioner Rippon, second by Commissioner Mays. Those in favor say aye. Opposed, motion passes 2-0. Next item, please.
Number 2, consider correction orders.
I'll move for approval of correction orders.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Rippon. Those in favor say aye. Opposed, motion passes 2-0. Next item, please.
Item B, planning department. Number 1, consider approval of a preliminary final plat for Montgomery subdivision to create 2 lots to be located at 4941 Northwest 78th Street. The property is zoned RA1, Rural Agricultural District, and located in Minokan Township.
Good morning, Commissioners. Joni Thadani, Director of the Planning Department. As mentioned, today you have in front of you a preliminary and final plat. This is an action for just consideration and approval. This plat went to the Planning Commission back on December 9, 2024, and they did vote to recommend approval of it 5-0. This is over off of Northwest 78th Street. The parcel size itself is just shy of 5 acres. The property history on this, the owner wanted to divide this to allow a family member to build next to them. As you may recall, in unincorporated Shawnee County, if you're outside of the 3-mile radius, as long as you have 3 acres and 200 feet of frontage, you can be exempt from platting. In this situation, they would have had enough frontage, but they didn't have enough acres to meet that exemption, so they had to do a plat. As you can see here, the star is the location of the property. And here's an aerial image showing the 2 lots that will be created. Lot 1 will be smaller, obviously, than Lot 2, but based on the placement of the house, This was how, and topography, this was how the division needed to occur. We did ensure ahead of time that there would be enough space for a septic system to be placed on the property. Preliminary plat here shows the potential locations of the house. If I get my little cursor to work. The house can either go back here with the septic being located in front of it, or the house could go up further with the septic located behind it. And this is the final plat, which was considered and approved, or recommended for approval. And so we recommend approval of the preliminary and final plat of the subdivision, subject to conditions. They need to execute additional dedication of public right-of-way, and that is done as a part of the plat. It will be shown on the plat. Submission and approval of a drainage report as required by Public Works, and any recommendations of that drainage report would have to be followed. No additional building permit will be issued until the right-of-way has been executed and the drainage report has been reviewed and approved. We did get comment from, I believe, the phone company that there's some underground telephone wires within the right-of-way, and so if those need to be moved, that needs to happen, but at least they need to be located before any work begins. So other than that, I would ask that you consider and approve this matter.
Okay, any questions?
None.
All right, well, it's not a hearing, a public hearing today, but I'm happy to ask if there's anyone wishing to speak on the matter. All right, seeing none,
I would move for approval.
okay, I will second. We've got a motion by Commissioner Rippon, and a second by Commissioner Mays. Those in favor say aye. Opposed, motion passes 2-0. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item, please.
Item C, Facilities Management, number 1. Consider approval for contract C-117-2025 with Green Care Lawn and Landscape to provide new landscaping, irrigation, and equipment screenings at the Shawnee County Courthouse at a cost of $43,300 to be paid from the Capital Outlay Landscape Project.
Good morning, Commissioners. Nelda Henning, Director of Facilities Management. As read by the clerk, I'm in front of you asking approval to contract with Green Care to update the lawn and irrigation and landscaping at the courthouse. I would be happy to answer any questions.
Questions?
How many bids did we get on this project?
We received 2 bids. This is the lower of the 2. The other bid was from Topeka Landscape, and it came in at $61,470.
Does this salvage any of the existing irrigation system, or is this all new system? Or
It's an all-new system. I believe they're going to reuse the backflow, but other than that, it will be an all-new system. It's, the one that was there was in pretty rough shape.
And are we through with all the construction around the building, the lights and everything before these guys move in? And
Yes, we are.
Okay.
The dumpster still needs to be removed, but I expect that to be gone next week because
And
we are that close to being finished.
What about window cleaning? Will that be done before?
The landscaping goes in?
Yes.
There is still negotiation going on the window cleaning.
I just worry about window
Understand.
cleaners coming in and then bringing their equipment in and driving through what we just planted, so.
We will work
Coordinate.
through that depending on when everything ends up going in.
Okay. That's all I have.
Okay. I'll ask for him. You're not cutting down any trees, right?
That's right.
At this point, it was, the bid went out with all the trees staying.
Okay.
We will have to revisit that as we progress through the project because there are some trees that have been damaged over the years, but at this point, no.
Okay.
No trees are coming down.
I just was shocked that you didn't ask it, so
Yeah, I thought about it. I would move for approval.
I'll second. Motion by Commissioner Rippon, second by Commissioner Mays. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 2-0. Next item, please.
Number 2, consider approval for contract C-118-2025 with DH Pace to replace the west exterior exit doors per the proposal submitted utilizing TIPS pricing. Cost not to exceed $41,140 with funding approved from the Capital Outlay Landscape Project.
Good morning, Commissioners. Nelda Henning, Director of Facilities Management. We had discussed that the bids came in so well on the landscape project that we had some funding left over. I'm requesting that that funding go to replace the west doors on the courthouse that are in need of replacement just from sheer age, but also in need of replacement because of damage during the construction. We are going to be raising the security level on those doors, and they will be becoming exit-only doors. There will be no entrance into the courthouse from that area. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions?
How will that work in the event of a fire if these are locked doors?
They're not locked, they're alarmed.
Okay.
There's an interior alarm there's an alarm on the interior set of doors that will alarm the security booths. The exterior doors have what is called a fire release delay alarm. So if someone makes it into the vestibule to the exterior doors and they try to exit, they will not be able to exit. The doors will not open. With then giving the security enough time to get down to see who's trying to get out those doors. If a fire alarm does go off, the doors will automatically release with the fire alarm system. The backup is that if they don't release after the delayed time on the fire delay, the doors will open. So they will be able to be used as exit doors in the case of an emergency.
All right.
And we are changing them from sliding doors to swinging doors. So at any point, you can leave. It's just whether security catches you or not.
Okay. That area just outside those doors on the west side, there was some old tile down there. Has that been?
The tile has been removed. We
Yeah.
poured back in concrete. We stained it and stamped it, so it does have a resemblance
Okay.
to the original slate. And we are putting the railing back up. They're in the process of doing that right now. The railing will match the railings on the rest of the courthouse. So it will look similar to what it would have
Okay.
looked like when it was originally built. We are putting the picnic table back up on there. We also have a place that if in the future somebody wanted to, we have a sculpture area that has been made in there too,
Okay.
that we could put sculptures if you chose to do that on that side of the building.
There you go, Commissioner Mays, if you
All
want
right.
to do some
I'll
more
get to work.
All
All right. Well, I think this is something that's well needed, so I would move for approval.
I'll second.
Motion by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Rippon. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 2-0.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item, please.
Item D, Parks and Recreation, number 1, consider approval of contract C-119-2025 with Aspire to Play LLC, utilizing the Greenbush Purchasing Cooperative to purchase play equipment for Tin Man Circle in the amount of $195,291 with funding from the 3R funds.
Good morning, Commissioners. Tim Laurent, Parks and Recreation Director. I'm excited about this project. The playground structure that we have at Tin Man Circle now is gotten to the point where we can no longer buy any replacement pieces or parts. So over the last couple of years, we've had to actually remove sections of that playground because things have broken and we were unable to repair them. So we felt like it was time. We've been thinking about this for a while. We noticed that there was a promotion going on with Aspire to Play, and we wanted to take advantage of that. They had some early bird pricing, and it saves us about $48,000 off the regular cost of this equipment. What you see here is all included: the swing set, this play structure, which is pretty substantial. There's also a couple of spinners that you don't see on this. One of the good things about it is all this equipment will fit into our current footprint. So we've already got curbing and sidewalks. We have everything that we need to make it ADA accessible. We will be using engineered wood fiber, not poured in place or turf. But this too is ADA accessible as long as it's put in correctly and maintained. And our installer, or the installer that we work with Burke Equipment and Aspire to Play, will be doing the installation. So we think this is a great thing for Tin Man Circle, and be happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Questions? Yeah.
No, I don't have any questions.
Okay.
I would move for approval.
I would second. Got a motion by Commissioner Rippon, second by Commissioner Mays. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 2-0. Next item, please.
Number 2, consider approval of contract C-120-2025 with Mammoth Sports Construction LLC for the design phase of the 4 new tennis courts at Crossover Tennis Center. Funding of $25,200 for this project will be from bond funding.
Tim Laurent, Parks and Recreation Director. So back in January of this year, you awarded this contract to Mammoth Sports Construction. And we've been talking with Mammoth and with Topeka Tennis Association and Racket and Paddle, so all the folks that this would affect. And we think we've come up with a preliminary layout that works for everybody. And what we're asking today is to formally approve this contract and the $25,200 to Mammoth to actually create the design. And then the next, then we'll move forward with construction and all of that. So, but this is just the design phase.
Questions?
Hearing no questions, I would move for approval.
I'll second. Motion by Commissioner Rippon, second by Commissioner Mays. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 2-0. Next item, please.
Number 3, approval is requested to award the Cypress Ridge Golf Course Irrigation Pump Replacement Project bid to Motor Controls, Inc. at a cost of $99,998.75 to be paid from the Golf Revolving Fund and execution of contract C-121-2025 for the same.
Tim Laurent, Director, Parks and Recreation Department. We did go out for bid on this project, and we did receive 2 responses. We've actually worked with both of these companies in the past, and they're both great organizations. Motor Control came in lower, and actually, as we discussed the project, they actually even reduced it a little bit further than their initial bid. Initial bid was $102,060. We're now at $99,998. Motor Control is actually the company that put the original pump and irrigation system in at Cypress Ridge, so they're familiar with the area and with the course. And we will be, obviously, we'll be using funds from our Golf Revolving Fund, so this is completely user fee funded. And I'd be happy to answer any questions that you might have.
So it looks like it's a little bit cheaper, just takes a little longer to get it done.
That's absolutely right.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the only, but we felt like the cost savings was significant enough that we were going to try and make it work.
Yeah. Any other questions?
I don't have any questions on this one.
Okay.
So I would move for approval.
I'll second. Motion by Commissioner Rippon, second by Commissioner Mays. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 2-0. Next item, please.
Number 4, consider approval of contract C-122-2025 with Axon International to be the sole source provider for TASER 10 docking stations, evidence.com storage, and related licenses miscellaneous operating equipment. 5-year cost of $53,996 is available from the Park Police operating budget.
Tim Laurent, Director, Parks and Recreation Department. So I've been working with Chief Cope on this project for some time. We did run this through audit finance. We are asking to go sole source on this project, to go with Axon. Axon is what the Sheriff's Department uses. We think there's some value with keeping this equipment consistent across both agencies for training and that sort of thing. It's been a while since we've upgraded our tasers. I think we're 1 or 2 models behind where the Sheriff's Department is now. Chief Cope assures me that he has enough money in his budget to absorb these costs, so we will not be asking for any more funding to do this. And Chief Cope is here if you have any questions for him or I.
What is the longevity of this new equipment? How many years will this?
Well, I'm seeing 5. 5 years is about the projected longevity of it.
Is the pricing similar to what the sheriff gets also, or the jail even?
Want to come up? I'm not sure
I
about
mean,
that.
I didn't see on here if this was state of Kansas contract or anything like that.
Good morning, Commissioners. Chief Cope. I do not know what the sheriff's department purchase price was on theirs, and since their contract was already set for the number of tasers they had, and we went out for our own separate contract, similar to what we did with our Axon body cameras. The other advantage of us actually having our own is the tasers, when they're docked into the docking station, uploads the information on the officer's testing, if he used the equipment. If it's all going to our evidence.com, then we don't have to reach out to the sheriff's department and say, hey, you know, these got docked up, it's on your evidence.com, can we utilize, can you send us the information? And so,
Okay. And it looks like you're buying, is it 10 of them?
yes. I have between full-time and part-time, I have 9 officers, and this would give me a extra taser in the event that one needed to go back to the manufacturer for repairs. I'd easily be able to bring one out of inventory.
Okay.
I thought that one was for me.
These are tasers. This is for tasers and docking stations, right?
The docking station is for the battery system that uploads the information that's stored in the batteries, yes.
All right.
And is there any kind of trade-in value on the old ones?
No.
What happens with those? We just keep them around? Just in
Yeah,
case,
yeah.
or-
In a box.
Destroy them is basically, I think it's what the sheriff's department ends up doing. I don't know if they can answer that question or not, so.
Okay. All right. I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Rippon. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 2-0. Next item,
Thank you.
please.
Item E, Register of Deeds, number 1, consider approval of various items totaling $143,835 to be paid out of the Land Records Fund.
Good morning, Commissioners. Becky Neosi, Register of Deeds. As you know, the Register of Deeds has a technology fund, and if there are excess funds, they can be transferred to other offices. The statute requires that it's equipment or technological services related to land or property records filed or maintained by the county. So I have a list that was in the packet. They're all for the appraiser's office this year. And various requests were for sketching software, Adobe Cloud, the GIS software, scanning software, aerial photography, and these will mostly be used for 2026. That way the budgets can be prepared coming up here so they know what to expect for their 2026 budget. There is one item for 2025 that was a software upgrade for the scanning software. I just want to thank the Land Records Committee for reviewing all these requests, and there's 7 different departments that participate in that. I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Any questions?
I don't have any questions.
Okay. Look like there's some leased vehicles on there too. Is that
Correct.
for appraiser's office?
Yes, the appraiser's office leases vehicles.
Looks like through the Parks and Rec contract, so hopefully saving a little bit of money there, so that's well.
Yes, and that has been an ongoing request for the past, 5 years or so. They have 5 vehicles that they lease.
Okay. Any questions?
No, I would move for approval.
Second. So motion by Commissioner Rippon, second by Commissioner Mays. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 2-0.
Thank you.
Next item, please.
Item F, Public Works, number 1, consider approval of project budget in the amount of $307,032 and a request to solicit construction bids for a culvert replacement project on Southeast 37th Street over the west branch of Whetstone Creek, Lake Javaro. Construction will be paid for using Public Works Special Bridge funds.
Good morning, Commissioners. Kurt Niehaus, Director of Public Works. We do culvert replacements all the time. Most of those smaller culverts we replace in-house. This one is out in the middle of Lake Javaro. I shouldn't say the middle, it's near the edge, but it's underwater. So we would like to bring in a contractor to do that work. We want to put in a concrete box, which we think will have a much longer life than the existing metal culvert, which failed in the westbound lane. This is the community on the east side of Lake Javaro. This is their only access. So we've taken this quite seriously. In fact, at one time, we considered doing an emergency replacement on this. Fortunately, our bridge maintenance folks were able to stabilize the culvert. It's not a permanent fix. It's just a temporary fix until we can get in there and do this replacement. With that, I look forward to your questions.
So Kurt, when you say the culvert failed, what exactly does that mean in this case?
It basically had rusted away, and the embankment above was starting to move vertically downward. Gravity never ends.
Okay.
Gravity wins.
Yep.
So when,
We would like to let this April 14th with construction starting no sooner than May 5th. And we would not, obviously, since this is their only access, we can't close the road, so we would do it phase construction, one side at a time. And that's the reason why we're relocating the culvert approximately 115 feet east of the existing culvert, because the road widens, gives us space to do a phase construction.
And this funding will change the road alignment too and take care of all that, or? is it-
No, we will basically remain, the alignment on the causeway will remain the same.
Okay.
It'll be, again, under phase construction, so what we'll have is head-to-head traffic, so people can get in and out of the facility, out of their neighborhood, the subdivision on the east side of Lake Javaro. And there was one other thing I wanted to mention, but now it escapes my mind, old age, one of those things. But anyway, if you got any more questions, I would be happy to take those.
and there's not too many houses out there to begin with, right? This is just maybe 10 houses, something like that, so.
Where's that culvert located?
Culvert, the existing one's near the west end of the causeway.
So kind of right over here. Oh, that might be right there.
And we want to relocate again to the east. The road, the embankment widens, so we can get that phase construction going.
Okay. I would move for approval.
I will second. Motion by Commissioner Rippon, second by Commissioner Mays. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 2-0.
Thank you.
Next item, please.
Item G, Commission Number 1, consider approval of Resolution Number 2025-21, amending Resolution Number 2025-2 to move action meetings to Mondays and work sessions to Thursdays.
Okay, we're going to try something different with our meetings. And so due to some scheduling conflicts and things that were presenting themselves on the calendars, we are going to, starting, what we say, April 21st, I believe, we're going to move our action meetings from Thursdays to Mondays and our work sessions from Mondays to Thursdays. So we're just going to flip-flop the two items. And I think Susie will likely get with all of the department heads, send out something relating to agenda deadlines and things like that. So make a note, we've still got a few weeks before this happens, but as of April 21st, we are switching our Mondays and Thursdays. And so I would make a motion that we approve that resolution.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Rippon. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 2-0.
I did not see this other resolution for the 190. Did we add that?
It was on consent.
Oh, it's on the consent. Okay, good enough.
Yeah, so, and just now that we've brought it up, we are signing a letter of support for the 190th Air Refueling Wing as well. That was on consent, so.
Yes.
Okay, next item, please.
Item 5, public comment.
Any member of the public wishing to speak today? Seeing none. Next item.
Item 6, administrative communications.
Any administrative communications?
Just want to let everybody know that the mini train and carousel will be back open today. We were closed yesterday because of the inclement weather. We are opening a little bit late, so they're opening at noon. They'll be open until 5 the rest of the week. They'll normal hours tomorrow, but today noon to 5. And then after this week will just be weekends until Memorial Day, where we're open for the summer. So, thank you.
Great, thank you. Any other administrative communications? All right, seeing none. Next item, please. Commissioner Rippon, did you have something?
First day of spring.
Yeah, March Madness too.
And, yeah, congratulations to Washburn University. Men's basketball team's going to the national finals in Evansville, so good luck for them.
Yeah, and if they play like they did the other night, they'd be unstoppable. Quite a performance.
Very
So,
good.
go Bods.
Yeah.
Next item, please.
Executive sessions.
Do not have a need for executive session today, so we are adjourned.